man became. To carry out the billet making procedure, you need to repeatedly bait and rub the mud. To remove air, make the mud completely soft and hard, moderate and fine, viscous and qualitative billet standards. Billet. There are two methods of drawn plate construction and fan molding extension. The hand pull is entirely dependent on the feeling of the producer. Controller type construction. The 10 fingers should cooperate seamlessly and just right through upward lifting, external expansion, and internal collection, pulling to objects of different shapes and specifications. The billet column is the mud strip that will be rubbed according to the structure of the large artifacts made. Disc-shaped outer profile. The paradigm grouting method is to pre-make a mold according to the shape of the tool. And then mud is injected to form PT. After removing the mold, then carry out fine processing such as dressing and portrayal. Molded tire. It must be air-dried before it can be burned in the kiln. Put the foreign tires into the kiln after drying in the shade, depending on the size, thickness, and dry humidity of the vessel. Perform low temperature dehumidification for several hours. Then the furnace temperature rises to about 900 degrees Celsius. The vegetarian is done. Vegetarian boning tires. After it is cooked, it can be glazed directly. The most typical feature of RU Kiln products is azure, glazed agate. The bubbles that appear in the glaze, materials like morning stars. Use microscopic magnifying glass to watch RU Kiln products. Nothing but its shining crystals like the morning stars. The most exciting. This is not found in any porcelain. Therefore, glazing and glazing is a key part in the production of RU Kiln. Disordered agate feldspar grass ash gold soil, etc. Add water to ground according to a certain proportion. Dill slurry precipitation. Sieve and stir. Make it moderately viscous. Glazing thoroughly selects the work in progress. Select no cracking, no damage, no defects. Glazing of the blank with a smooth and round surface. There are several procedures such as dipping brush repair. This process requires special care to allow each department of the carcass to evenly absorb the glazed slurry. Let the handprint marks of the utensils during the production process. The cracked bubbles disappeared one by one. Keep any part of the carcass smooth and round. The firing in the kiln depends on the weather. Watch the season. Beginning of spring and mid-autumn is the season for dairy firings, and it's best when the weather is high in autumn. Kiln. Especially RU porcelain has 3 non-burns. Can't burn in hot weather because its air pressure is too low. The restoration is not good. Restore. Problem prone. Can't burn in cold weather. Cold weather is easy to freeze. The burn product is easy to shrink and crack. Can't burn on a windy day. Why kid did burn on a windy day? Because the atmosphere he restored was not sufficient. Uneven. It's prone to oxidation, or the dust sucked in is easy to fall on this product. The things that are burned are very flawed. The last step in RU killing firing is the core technology. How to grasp the viscosity and fluidity of glaze making. Control the melting temperature and insulation of the kiln. The cooling process of absorbing gold. It directly affects the formation of celadon suckling pigs in RU kiln and the fineness of celadon glaze. Quite a few kiln masters fell short at this level. The goods of the whole kiln have become waste or defective products. I had to break it reluctantly. It all depends on the understanding and feeling of the kiln technician and long-term experience. There's even an element of luck in it. Therefore, the skill of firing in RU kiln, it's all about dictation and personal intelligence. Traditional firing kiln. There are 3 methods of wood-burning kiln and coal-burning kiln. Now liquefied gas kilns have been introduced, easier to operate than traditional kilns. It is also easy to control the kiln temperature. The firing process of a general gas kiln only takes about 12 hours. The traditional wood kiln coal kiln, it takes more than 24 hours. Dehumidification by preheating. Processes such as heating oxidation and fire reduction make the kiln temperature reach 1185 degrees Celsius to 1190 degrees Celsius. Celsius by fire. Observe the change of glaze color on the surface of the utensils in the kiln. Required melting temperature. Then it cools down. RU kiln. The world once had the reputation of being like jade and not like jade. The real RU kiln top product must have delicate tire quality, fragrant gray, glaze crystal clear, bright but not glaring. The glaze should be thick, watery. Push your fingers like plaster, moist but not slippery, feeling like beautiful jade. Especially after leaving the kiln. Natural openings in the gradual cooling of the product, varying duration. Dead of night, you can hear the cracking of ice from far away. Pear skin pattern, crab claw pattern, sesame pattern. The visual effect after the ice is cracked. There are many production processes of RU Kiln products, and the list goes on. Let the stone ground stone mortar sieve used in the past to hold the mud pond, turntable mold runner, knife brush support nail electric ring electric cake signet fire cover kiln, and so forth. RU Kiln product type? Mainly there are bottle box on bowl washing dish cup pot stove holder, more than 20 kinds of box covers, etc. His representative works mainly include 3-leg Zanzian Wunzun, Azure Glaze High Azure Glaze, Oval Happy Sky Green Glaze Flower Mouth Wash 3 feet Wash Please Porcelain Plate, Round Foot Plate Azure Glazed Plate, Neck Bottle Long Neck Bottle, Pan Mouth Bottle Gold Decorative Bottle, Jade Pot Spring Bottle, Incense Burner Dragon Pattern Bowl Narcissi Basin Azure Glazed Plate, Our Hot Bowl Azure Glazed Caligula, Azure Glaze Engraved Bowl Holder, etc. Fragments of the Song Dynasty RU Killed. This is burning now. Put it together. Not much difference. All the same. Now the RU Kiln firing team, headed by Wing Junzi, no matter from the blank to the glaze color, key production technologies such as film openings, antique made. It has reached the level of handed-down products of RU Kiln in the Northern Song Dynasty, approved by RU Kiln research experts. Was Janti's father Wang Chanzang. It is the 31st generation of heirs fired by RU Kiln Qingliang Temple. Due to the centurion's old porcelain-making tradition of Qingliang Temple, Mr. Wang has been dealing with porcelain clay since he was a child. In the 1960s and 1970s, although what he came into contact with was not the real RU Kiln, but by being influenced and doing it yourself, it gave him a deep passion for porcelain firing and unique understanding. Since the firing of RU Kiln, his work, more and more renowned domestic expert Professor Yi Jiming, Professor Zheng Bocheng's strong admiration. Some foreign research institutions also come to the door for advice. Even the porcelain makers in Ruzhou also express their love for friends. I want to worship him as a teacher. He also only accepted 3 or 2 apprentices from other places. Most of the disciples are still from the same village and town. We include embryo glazing technology, including this firing technique. Our research work, comparable to ancient ones, the effect of his appearance. It like Song his own once said a word, after the rain, the clouds break. This color makes the future. Let us truly appreciate. What does Azure mean? We did the ceramic part. To carry forward, talent must be cultivated. It's all inheritance and orderly inheritance and learning. RU Kiln must be in the hands of this generation of inheritors of Qingliang Temple. Carry forward.